pretty sure when you're scrolling on TikTok, you may see people saying, oh, this person's the biggest crash out in anime, or this person's the biggest crash out in Marvel and whatnot. I mean, yeah, cool. But most of the people they mention aren't even the biggest crash outs. Sometimes they'll fall back on the regular crash outs like Kenpachi and Kid Buu, but to be honest, are they the funniest crash outs? Like, I know Kid Buu could be funny at times, but trust me, there are some proper real crash outs out there. So in this video, it's my job to show you guys the biggest crash outs in fiction. So as I usually say, strap in because I'm gonna get real in depth with this video. Psst, like and subscribe. So before I do get into the video, I'm gonna go over a few honorable mentions because, well, they could have made the video, but you know, I want to go over my 3 favorite crash outs in fiction. So you know, but if you guys want a video on these guys, then you can just say, since I don't mind making another video on this. But yeah, let me get into the honorable mentions. So the first 2 honorable mentions we have are Thrag and Battle Beast. Now, if you've read the Invincible comic, you will know why I put these 2 here. But for those that haven't, I'm not going to spoil it too heavy. Just know I'm going to give you a little rundown. So out of the 2, I'm going to cover Thrag first because genuinely, I'm saying this from like, bro, he is the funniest character in Invincible, and I don't even think it's close. Now, Thrag's whole gimmick is being the Viltrum Emperor, right? And I'm not going to say why this happens or anything. You're just gonna hear it and just move on about your day. But basically, his people are starting to go soft, and this guy is mad. So he goes to the moon, and he's watching Debbie and Nolan, and they're about to get freaky, and this nigga is standing there like a child that is being neglected. It looks like he's hearing his parents talk shit about him downstairs. Like, you know when you're standing on the stairs, right, and your parents or like just family are over, and you're just like listening to the conversation, and they hear like, they drop like some little thing about you, and you're like, okay, I see how it is. And so Nolan and Debbie are about to get into it, but then the guy's pissed, and he just flies down and starts attacking Nolan for no reason. To be honest, in his head, did he have a reason? Yes, but realistically, was there a real reason? Fuck no. I could continue about Thrag, but yeah, if I continue anymore, I'll start spoiling this stuff. So if you want a video on Thrag, I don't mind making a video on him. But with that being said, why don't we move into Battle Beast? Where do I even start with my darling Battle Beast? Pause, wait, hold on, pause, wait, no, I didn't mean it in that way, but I didn't mean it in that way exactly. Battle Beast is literally Kid Buu if he could talk and actually like have coherent thoughts. If you say there's an enemy there, he's like, where? This nigga is so down for smoke, he went to Earth for no reason to be up season 1 mark. The nigga who hired him is diabolical, and how he even hired him in the first place is, well, to be honest, we kind of do know how, since all you need to really tell the guys that there's smoke somewhere and he's going. But to put it into perspective for you guys, that's like Hulk being summoned for Black Panther. You don't need all of that. The reason we know all you had to tell the nigga was that there was smoke somewhere is because Alan was able to recruit him by saying, oh yeah, by the way, there's some strong Viltrumites where we're going, so you may need to join us. No, I got a little theory going on, right? So everybody knows that nigga Aaron the Plumber. If you don't know, it's basically a guy that is on smoke 24/7. He's got some funny ass clips out there, but if you've seen what he's been doing and how he fights, low-key is Battle Beast. Battle Beast thinks we can't see him roaming around. Like, nigga, that is not Kid Buu. People are trying to say it's Kid Buu. It's not. Because he be attacking anybody and everything. Well, Aaron the Plumber does, but you know, but Battle Beast is the exact same thing, but Battle Beast can think. I'm telling you, Aaron the Plumber is Battle Beast. Put that theory out there, it's real. And so just like with Thrag, if I was to continue with Battle Beast, I'd have to spoil it, and trust me, Battle Beast does have some funny moments later on, and to be honest, they are kind of badass. I mean, I'm gonna keep glazing the guy is like one of the coolest people ever. Get off that nigga dick. No glaze. I think it's time for me to get into some other honorable mentions, so why not delve into them. Up next is the Sentry, and let me just say it like this, he's a bipolar schizophrenic nigga that can scare the fucking Hulk. When Thunderbolts comes out, trust me, I'm gonna make a video on him. That's the first thing I'm gonna do when the movie comes out. But what you need to know is that this guy is a superpower. He's Superman. He's Superman if he had bipolar and was schizophrenic. That's all I'm gonna say. And as I said, he had the Hulk looking like this. Do you know what it takes to have the Hulk moving like this? And mind you, the Hulk is on the honorable mentions list. In fact, he's after the Sentry. All I'm gonna say for now on the Sentry is that if the Thunderbolts somehow beat him and it isn't through some BS plot armor, then they got his character wrong completely, because this guy is unstoppable. And as I said, I'm going to say it for the 3rd time, he is Superman if he was a bipolar schizophrenic. And so moving on, we're going to go into the original crash out, and that is Hulk. People that say it's Kid Buu, nah, it's Hulk. Hulk's been around for way longer. I don't know why Kid Buu's taking that title. It's Hulk. And his whole thing is being mad, and like at one point he's able to obviously like keep his chill for a little bit. But then let's just say somebody killed this girl, and how he reacted is, yeah, we got a story out of it, by the way. I'm pretty sure you've heard everybody and their nan talk about World War Hulk, and so if you want a video on that, then I can definitely make a video on that. But yeah, let's just say it's a valid crash out, but the crash out, It was generational. There are many things that World War Hulk does, but the funniest thing this nigga does is he makes the Illuminati fight in a gladiatorial battle. I know this is gonna sound crazy to a lot of people that haven't read the comics, but genuinely, he let them off easy for what they did to him. Smile on my face when I saw that nigga getting his revenge. My tongue was waggling around like flight. I was like, yeah! Bro, the way Mr. Fantastic was there trying to reason with him like, my nigga, that is tough. Funniest thing is that Ghost Rider even came in and was like, yeah, I can't co-sign this shit. But I feel like I should cover World War Hulk another time. Why don't we move into Frieza, Kid Buu, and the Joker? Now let's be real, Frieza is a reformed Crashout. But before, yo, beat that nigga's ass and what he's gonna do. Frieza is genuinely the biggest sore loser I've ever seen. That nigga worse than me when I go on a lose streak on Marvel Rivals. And trust me, I get heated. You know what? I can say this for a fact. I know when him and Cooler were kids, he pulled out the power plug when he was losing games. Because I know they had games up in space. I mean, they're probably playing, I don't know. Shit, what kind of games would they be playing? Hey, drop in the comments what type of games they be playing. Frieza's a sore loser. Kid Buu, well, his whole gimmick is being a crash out. And then the Joker. Now, the funny thing is about the Joker is that as a general public, they think that he is just this random crash out that just goes around doing madness. No, he does it all for Batman's attention. Like, he's like an evil version of Naruto. Yeah, that sounds mad. But no, wait, Batman does fit the emo aesthetic that Sasuke's fitting. Parents dead. He doesn't even have a brother out there, but you see, you know where you gotta see the vision. You gotta see the vision. Nah, but genuinely, like, Joker's like the crazy toxic baby mother that doesn't want to. Wait, Batman doesn't even move on. They're just as bad as each other. They got like they even have a kid with each other. No, the kid's Jason Todd. But for our last honorable mention, we have
cleaning up this whole mess. Pops, you're coming with me, and you two idiots. If this isn't cleaned up when I get back, you're fired.
I'm sorry, but if the regular show wasn't in your top 3 shows as a kid, we don't trust you. As they say, if your Kosu doesn't trust you, then we don't trust you. As we all got older, Benson's Crashouts actually did become valid, because if Mordecai and Rigby were doing those exact same things around me, I'm pulling out a strap and I'm hunting them down like it's a sport. I feel like that's enough for the honorable mentions. I feel like it's time for me to get into the main bulk of the video, uncover the main 3 people that I'm going to be talking about, since they have the wildest and, in my opinion, funniest stories. So I've decided to choose Conquest, Superboy Prime, and last but not least, the Bloodhound of Florencia, also known as Roberta. Listen, if you haven't been strapped in already, then I suggest you strap in, because this is about to get real good. So first up, we have Conquest, and originally this was Battle Beast's spot, but since the series added on so much to his character, I was like, there's no way I'm leaving him out of this video. So if you want Battle Beast, just request it. But yeah, I'm gonna jump straight into Conquest. And one thing I want to point out about Conquest is how he's just aura farming in front of Mark. He's saying prepare for my arrival, worm, when he's right in front of Mark. It's not like he's far out in space. No, he's directly in front of Mark saying prepare for my arrival. My nigga, you have arrived. So Mark with his fake demon self is like, I want to punch something really hard
as I can.
The nigga gets socked, and this nigga Conquest is loving it. He said, yeah, I love that you resisted, yeah, I really want to blow out some steam. And you know what, I was actually kind of glad when they said go do it by any means necessary. The whole time the guy is talking to Mark like, yeah, I'm glad, yeah, resist, yeah, come fight back. I like when you're a brat. Bro, yo, relax, like, Mark, he's barely 18, relax, yo. And you, Conquest is an old man as a Viltrumite, meaning he at least is like 4,000 years old plus. I forgot how old he is, but just know that this nigga's old as shit. So you imagine you have an old ass man whispering to you in your ear, like, I am so lonely, I think I am unstable. Stable, like, bro, get the fuck out of his ear. Nigga spout his own blood and made a heart of it and then flicked it. Yes, nigga, we are aware that you are heartbroken. We are aware that you have been through years of mental trauma, but do we care? No. Look him out up and down, making him relive what he was going through with his dad, where his dad was flinging him through people, and then you even had Mark at one point putting his hands up like he upped the pole. But to be honest, Conquest did up the pole, and it was a metal arm, but still, he did up the pole on Mark. And Mark is like, wait! Nigga Mark said, stop! Wait, please. I don't think anybody's actually looked on Conquest's face. This nigga's like, what are you talking? Yo, you was just saying you wanted to beat Mars a second ago. Why are you telling me to stop? Even while Mark is begging for him to stop, the nigga says, yeah, I'm gonna forward that. I starts beating him even more. And so Oliver comes and he's like, yeah, bang. I don't care what a single soul says. Oliver had way more aura than Mark inside of that fight, and he even follows up and says, big ass beatdown coming up. Ooh, they even gave that nigga an impact frame for him, for Oliver. He's 1 year old, yo, chill. So you think he'll get better for Oliver? No. Conquest fully switches targets onto Oliver and is like, your brother's not giving me enough. I need, wait, yeah, he's won. Hold on, wait, pause. I didn't mean it like that. So Conquest starts to pick up Oliver and starts to pull him apart. And while he's doing that, this freaky frog is whispering, saying, yes, this is how it feels to be pulled apart. First thing you feel is like, bro, can we stop? Past this point, Conquest and Mark fight some more. Eve shows up and, Conquest, this nigga's freaky. This guy says, oh, I get why you like this planet so much. Yes, I get it. The nigga ain't 1,000 times older than Eve. Like, bro, what? But you know what made this scene 1,000 times funnier, but also worse at the exact same time? Is the fact that this is the part where he chokes Mark. Oh yeah, I forgot to add earlier. He chokes him while he's talking to him, by the way. This nigga doing some real intimate shit in his ear, like, yes,
just scared of me. They think I am unstable.
Like, who gives a fuck? And he does this while marrying Mark as well. And by the way, Eve is there. I already know what this guy's BDSM test looks like. He's an exhibitionist, he's a sadist, he's a brat tamer. Like, bro, he's all of them things. But there's one thing I will say about Conquest, is that the way how he got his name, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it was fire. Nigga said they call me Conquest because what I go out there and do is conquer. Ooh. He stinks most of the time, but Conquest cooked there. But this is where Mark's plot armor kicked in, and yeah, sadly, Eve had to get up and Mark got the most Mickey Mouse win of his career. So for now, Conquest is gone. Will he be back? I'll see so. But moving on, we have the funniest one, and that is Superboy Prime. Oh god, I'm gonna love doing this one. Now, as people do know of Superboy Prime but don't know what he's actually about, I'm gonna give you guys a small rundown on him, then I'm gonna get into why he's a crash out. Now, Superboy Prime is from Earth Prime, and on that Earth there are no superpowered heroes, as he's the only one there and only comics exist. But one day Superman finds himself there, and obviously they link up, and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm like a Kryptonian too and everything, and he just starts blurting stuff. He's like a kid. His whole thing is him being like a little kid that's like enamored with comics and stuff. So he goes along with Superman, and obviously Crisis on Infinite Earths happens where he's able to survive it alongside Superman, Alexander Luthor, and Lois Lane. And how they were able to survive it as well, Alexander Luthor, he's able to create a little safe haven for them where they basically just watch the next 20 years of comics in real time play out. Side note, the reason they're able to watch over everything is because DC was now just one universe. Unlike before where it was just multiple universes, like it was like a whole multiverse and stuff. They were basically added filler, and they was like, yeah, let's get rid of all of that. So yeah, that is why Crisis on Infinite Earths happened, and that's why obviously they then become one Earth. But everything happens here, and so it just rebirths everything. But we've rambled enough, so let's get into Superboy Prime. So Superboy Prime's whole gimmick is him being a super naive teen that's like really into comics, him really wanting to be a superhero. And so when he's looking down at that Earth and they're making mistakes and not writing it and stuff, and he's seeing Superboy of that reality not trying, bro, he gets mad, right? So he flies down and meets the Kent, and he's like, yeah, hi. And instantly he's trash talking Connor. But obviously Connor comes outside, right? And this whole exchange kills me every single time I read it. So I'm gonna call Superboy Prime. I'm gonna call Superboy from this reality Superboy. Alright, so essentially Prime's like, yo, listen, we've seen that you've given up. Just admit that you've given up because this world needs me. And Superboy's like, nigga, what? And then he follows up by saying, dude, you need some help. Yo. Yo, it's the look as well. He's like, yo, what's this nigga on about? You know what fries me even more is the fact that Prime stutters when he talks again. He's like, say it. And Superboy's like, say what? That I can't believe that you're wearing your underwear that tight. Oh, he's frying this nigga. And then Prime's like, you just want to accept it, will you? And then he socks him in his face. And this is where the true crash out of Superboy Prime comes in, because he starts beating up on Connor, and he's like, you're just an imitation. Everybody knows that. I'm the real Superboy. Like, nigga, nobody knows you. Next thing you know, Superdog trying to bite on him and shit, but he picks up Superdog, throws him onto the ground, then kicks him across the town. Yo, for a dog, really, was it ever that serious? Like, was it really ever that serious? And rightfully so, Superboy gets up pissed, and he's like, yeah, that's it. Yo, no, I've had enough. I've seen enough, and I've had enough. So the boxing continues, but Prime is still being up on him, and he's like, I don't even know how you got everybody to believe that you're the real Superboy. You don't even have a cape. I don't know. I can't take a single panel of this nigga seriously, not ever. So Prime starts choking out Superboy, and he's asking Superboy, why are you smiling? And so Superboy flashes him the Titans thing, and the Titans will show up along with the Doom Patrol and the Justice Society. Everyone and their nan is here for this guy, and he's like, get off of me, I'm not even the bad guy. Bro, It didn't matter. What frustrates me the most is how this guy is telling people to stop hitting him and say he just wanted to talk to Superboy. But he was the one that started everything. You could just continue talking to him, but he hit him first. And if you thought the situation couldn't get any worse, he accidentally kills Panther. And yeah, it's just a downward spiral from here. And to be honest, we all know that he didn't mean to do it. But I mean, yo, even the look on his face, I felt bad for him in the moment. But it's like, yo, he was wilding anyway. And genuinely, he's like a spoiled brat. He's like, why are you making me do this? But he's beating their ass. Like, you could just like literally just get your ass beat and just handle it and just be like, okay, cool, I'm sorry. Because they wouldn't have killed you. I don't think so. Nah, they don't do that over there. So he'd just been beaten and probably in prison, but he's now fighting back, ripping off arms, freezing people. Like, why? But luckily the Flashes are able to come, and I saw Rob keep laughing. It's just funny because everything to do with this guy is hilarious, because they pick him up, right, and they throw him into the Speed Force, and hey, listen, what I'm saying is that when this guy comes back, so when he comes back, he sees Black Adam, right, and he's like, hey, you don't really look tough, but you're meant to be one of the tough ones. And Black Adam's like, child, no, child, you die today. But he just gets bitch slapped and sent back to his own Earth. Like, really? Like, is that what we're doing? Obviously, he's asking Alexander Luthor where his Earth is, because he wants to go back home. But spoiler alert, his Earth doesn't exist anymore. And so, piled on with a lot of other things, that is why he becomes a crash out. But either way, he goes around, finds Nightwing and Superboy, and flies into them. And he's like to Nightwing, you really think you can fight me just because of the Titans? Let me tell you, son, I wasn't going all out last time. And obviously Superboy flies up behind him and starts grabbing him. He's like, neither was I! Round two! And so he starts fighting. Obviously Cassie gets involved. Obviously Cassie gets hurt as well. And this is where Superboy is like, hey, look, listen, you hurt my girlfriend, my family, and everything. There's no way I'm letting you get away with this. What has happened? He's like, my Earth will have real heroes. Bro, you're barely a hero yourself. And Superboy's like, I'm tired of your hypocrisy. And he's like, you don't even know what that word means. You probably think you're smart. You're not. You're finished. I'll be the... He starts stuttering again, by the way. As Prime is waffling, Superboy flies him into the anti-monitor. And let's just say, Superboy, I'm not gonna lie, my boy. What was that? The guy took himself out for no reason. Womp, womp. Because of him, he caused more damage to the multiverse. That's what I'm saying, man. It's, Superboy was on your side originally, but come on, man. Like, what were you doing? But either way, it's told to him that, well, his Earth isn't coming back. And so, yeah, past this point, yeah, he's just an out and out crash out. He's choking Cassie like, yo, like, I don't want anything that this guy has. And he's obviously talking and shit. But then Flash comes in and he's like, you still got Flash phobia? The way this guy starts is actually insane. Like, I be stuttering here and there, but like the way this guy starts is actually fucking hilarious. He's like, you stay away from me, Bart. How Bart got back was pretty simple. He obviously needed to take his grandpa's clothes so he can obviously survive the trip back. But obviously he's now back here. Superboy takes off instantly. He ain't dealing with no flashes. He said the Speed Force, I'm good. So this fuck ass nigga gets up out of there and says, I want to fly through Oa at the speed of light, and I'm going to create a new Big Bang, and I'm going to be the only one left again. Bro, what? Yo, chill. Through Martian Manhunter, everyone finds out and everybody starts chasing him. Yo, everybody trying to jump him like it's a JJK. Listen, it is not JJK. Green Lantern Corpse was on him. He said, nah, that does not work on me. You can literally see all the rings fly off. Like, do you know how diabolical that is? Now, he grabs Guy Gardner, but luckily he saves. But hey, that fuck ass nigga how Jordan tried to get in the way. Like, move, we know about you, you're a terrible person. And the funniest thing is, yeah, is that you even have Superboy Prime say, yo, I know about you, I know you're a maniac. Superboy Prime saw him in them Mortal Man edits. He knew what he was on. He saw them at them Diddy functions like, how Jordan, we know about you. This is where the two Supermen come in, and they obviously tackle him through a red sun and then into Mogo. And so their whole thing is like, hey, look, listen, he can't beat two Superman, even though we're depowered. Like, he's depowered too. So they get to scrapping, but the old man gets pummeled to shit by Superboy. Like, hey, bro, it was actually, I felt bad. After that, he's then defeated and he's locked up. And let's just say he comes back years later and bodies everybody again. And hey, listen, this guy's just a grade 1 crash out. Like, he don't care. Like, genuinely, Superboy Prime, like, I could dedicate a whole video to him. In fact, if you want a whole video dedicated to him, I can do it, and I'll go in depth with like everything he's in. But for now, Infinite Crisis is over, so why don't we move into Roberta and see how much of a crash out she is. Now, Roberta only shows up twice during Black Lagoon, but the 2 times she does show up, it's like she makes a statement, and it's like both times Everybody's like, yo, you know what the fuck with her, she ain't the one. To put it into words you guys can understand, Roberta is a globally known assassin. The US were out for her for ages and only got to her because she decided to go off the deep end. Like, bro, the first time she appeared was actually kind of wild, because when she pulled up to a bar and didn't know where her master was, she pulled out an umbrella that had a shotgun in it and started upping smoke on everybody. And season 1 Roberta was funny, but like, the time she actually becomes a crash out is when she's genuinely losing her mind, and I want to show you that. It's long story short, as you can see, Roberta is a maid, and she served the Garcia family, and obviously young Garcia, and obviously his dad was somewhere, and they saw a bomb literally blow up Diego, the master, and so even against her new master's wishes, she decides to go out and fight for him, since, well, she's gonna stand on business. So she goes around taking niggas out, right? But in the end, she ends up on run up her, like, you know, everything always does. And the US army go there just so they can take her out. Then you have the Russians there, then also you have the Chinese there. Bro, there are way too many people on that damn island just for one woman, and the thing is that she puts up a good fight up against all of them. While she's doing this, she's having flashbacks and whatnot. She's obviously having to go back into her old state so she can actually fight properly and stuff. And so while she's losing it, her master actually just roll up on her, and he sees her with this guy Roberto, and instead of shooting that guy, instead of shooting him, because he tries to fight back, she begins to punch him to death. Once she realizes it's actually not a figment of her imagination, she screams, and obviously everybody finds out that's her. So once everybody finds her and she's defeated, she runs back, and then obviously things play out again, and the whole US army, I still can't get over this, the whole US army, the Russians, the Chinese, these people in Rwanda were all after her. Like, everybody, when I say everybody, I mean everybody that you can think of was just after her. Roberta somehow finds herself in a jungle, and this is where the massive shootout happens, and it's just, yo, if you guys really want me to make a full-on video about Roberta, I can, since I'm glossing over her here. But listen, yo, Roberta she's a crasher. Do you want to know the funny thing is? In the anime, it's showing her actually losing limbs. Inside the manga, she took on damn near everybody and came out unscathed. Like, come on, bro. What was frying me even more when she was doing all that shit was when she was in that little cave and the guy was coming and giving her drugs every second, and she was like, no, I don't need sleep or anything, I just need drugs. Like, real shit, I do need to chill on laughing at her because she's actually going through some real trauma, but god damn, like, bro. Yeah, I'd like to go more in depth, but number 1, time constraints. Number 2, I really want to do a Black Lagoon video, so if you guys request that from me, I could just make like a full video and how like the women inside Black Lagoon are just straight crash outs. Like, I can cover like season 1, then 2, then obviously like the little OVA, if you guys want me to do that. But yeah, watch Black Lagoon. Yeah, with that being said, why don't I just wrap up the video? So you guys made it to the end of the video. If you guys want more content like this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below. If I get a lot of support on it, then I'm gonna cover it more. But anyway, thanks for watching. I love you all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.